welcome Marizol.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Welcome, Marizol.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, that's our pleasure to have you today here in this podcast. Marisol is a healer. They use different modalities to help others to enhance their well-being. She's a yoga instructor. She's a Reiki master as well.
Yes.
And Marisol, tell us a little bit more about what you do and what you offer.
Thank you so much. I would love to. For me, it's been a journey. I call it a spiritual journey, like most of us. And it was a process of trying to figure out how to heal the body. And I say the body because it's completely separate from my mind and what's going on with my spirit. So trying to connect all of those modalities in a way that was the energy connection was happening, needed to be through movement for me. So that's where I fell into yoga. And I love the yoga practice, wanted to learn more. Back in 2010, I received my yoga certification, which then led to breath work, which enhanced my vitality, as well as going into Pilates. I teach bar. I am a mother, so trying to get my figure back was also on my mind. But it was all about the physical things. And so I realized going through my journey, so to speak, there were other things that I needed to tap into, which opened up my psychic abilities. Now, I've always been psychic. I've just never had an idea of how I was going to use that for my career, so to speak. I was always going on a different path and finding myself on the fitness side of things. Well, then belly dancing fell into my lap, and that just took its own little journey. I ended up traveling all around the world, performing, and to me that created this Leo inside of me who was able to be on stage and be comfortable in front of people. But again, I wasn't really speaking what my truth was in my life and what I was going through, and I was transferring this energy through belly dancing, through yoga, through breath work, through meditation. And then again, still my body was hurting in certain places that I felt like by now they should have been gone, and I didn't realize what was going on until I found Reiki. Now, actually, Reiki found me. In 2015, I'm a big believer in 3 signs by random people. I call them angels. And if 3 people tell me the same exact thing, and I'm not listening the first time or the second time, by the 3rd time, I'm definitely going on that path. And by the 3rd time, I received this Reiki name. I didn't know what it was. So I Googled it because my energy, my psychic, my spirits, my guides were telling me, just Google it. That's all I hear is Google it. So I Googled it and found my Reiki master in Santa Ana. And I'm located in Orange County, but I travel everywhere. And with Reiki, you can send across the world. You can send it through generations. The energy is absolutely amazing. It has literally changed my world. So from then on, I ended up going into healing full-time versus teaching class. Once 2020 hit and everything was shut down, I could feel the energy from everywhere, constantly. And we were stuck inside. I was by myself, but I could still feel the energy. So to me, that led me to more Reiki sessions for people, doing them over the phone, doing them on Zoom, anywhere I could help heal people, transition this energy out because people were getting sick. So I wanted to teach others on this journey of mine that they should be able to do this for themselves. I am no more special than any other person, so why can't we use this energy for ourselves, and channel this energy and heal yourself, heal your family. So for me, I ended up finding, again, Google it, find someone who can make you a Reiki master so that you can teach others, so that you can help people elevate their vibration for healing, so that they can stop this generational trauma. It doesn't need to be you anymore. And I know that when I was growing up, my mother had these psychic abilities but never talked about it. And she passed it on to me. And I'm running around with my head cut off like a little chicken going, I don't know what to do. So for me, I have channeled beautiful tribe, I call them, like yourself, and ended up here at the psychic fairs, just like I did when I was a child, when my mom used to take me doing tarot card readings, and I never understood it until I became an adult, again, on my journey. So now I recently retired from belly dancing. I still teach yoga. I still teach a lot of my classes here in Orange County, Costa Mesa, as well as Long Beach. I also do retreats, and then again, sound healing fell upon me too during the pandemic. And the combination of Reiki and sound has made a huge impact on those, especially those that were non-believers. And I used to be that person. I had that pain in my shoulder, and it only took me about 15 minutes with 2 sound bowls, crystal bowls, channeling the energy out. And I instantly had to know, where did they buy them? Where can I get a set of those? Right?
Yes, absolutely. So, Marisol, tell me, how from a non-believer person, you become like very deep in this journey of spirituality? Because that happened to so many people that sometimes they don't want to accept how they feel. They do not recognize the gift that they might have. So tell me how it's been the journey, and also how you've been channeled all that, all the power that is inside of you and transmit to others.
It has been a combination, again, of my journey. Before I entered into the spiritual realm of a career, I used to do corporate. I was a sales manager, corporate sales manager. And in my body, it just hurt every day to go to work. I was too young to feel this pain, so I couldn't ignore it. And I ended up taking a leave and finding motherhood. With motherhood, I ended up befriending a psychic, and she led me to my journey, saying that this is my path. And at the time, I'm a brand new mother. I'm not trying to do anything else but take care of my family. And she said, just read books, do what you need to do, take all of your sales experience, all of the ability to stand in front of people and give lectures, use that to your advantage so that you can channel this energy with confidence. But again, people have that fear, and I had that fear. And it wasn't the fear of being in front of people, it was more of exposing myself. Because when I entered into Reiki, I initially wanted to learn how to protect myself, because I am an empath, because I feel energy everywhere. And I needed that information from somewhere, so I called upon my guides, and again, they led me to my tribe. So if you are open and you are ready, ask for it. You literally have to ask for it, and they will be there.
Yeah, and when you mentioned about you being in the corporate and being on the sales, you're very grounded to the world. You have so many factors that is coming around you, but sometimes when you are so involved with everything around you from this world, because it's true, you need to make your salary, you need to pay your bills, you have so many responsibilities. But going to the path of spirituality at the time doesn't match.
Right.
Right?
Well, I say right for the first gut reaction, and that goes with any career change, right?
Right.
It's not just spirituality, but the thing about spirituality is you're trying to sell a product that doesn't visually exist to others, but they can feel it. So then how do you sell a feeling? That again goes with meditation, a practice of, if it is to your highest and greatest good, then everything flows with ease. And that includes abundance, wealth, health. I'm telling you, everything changes. But it only begins with you believing in yourself, believing in your intention, believing in your power that not only is within you, but that surrounds you, because your words are very powerful. So if you speak it out loud, this is your path, this is what you want to do, then everything else will follow. But you also need to put yourself out there, right?
Right.
You can't just expect people to start knocking on your door. Hey, I hear you're a healer. Well, they do kind of for me, but only because I put myself out there. I've created videos. And yes, you're going to get the haters. And that's okay. What do they say about that? That only means you're doing something right.
Yes.
And I love and accept those people that don't understand, that don't get it, who think I'm moving the pendulum. That's okay, because I know who I am. And I also have received not just confirmation verbally from people, but financially. For the time for me to transfer from corporate to making the same salary was literally in less than a year. And then I was able to enhance my salary because there was no one telling me I couldn't. And that's where everything started coming to me. Everything was following me, and I say everything. Animals, modalities, people, homes, cars, whatever you want starts following you with ease. You do not have to live a life that is so hard just because you were told life is hard. You don't have to live a life of pain because you are suffering. If you choose to let it go, then help us help you. Because we want to help you. We do. We're not doing this because we just want to be out there and expose ourselves. It's scary, yes, but it doesn't have to be, because there's a lot of us out there like us. So we welcome you.
So how everything, how this journey go, how does it fit in your family?
Ooh, good question. Growing up as a Latina,
Yes.
although I don't speak Spanish, and I'm so sorry for all my Spanish viewers, I did grow up speaking Spanish only. My mother had been married 4 times and divorced 4 times. So I've gone through many different relationships, and that background with the connection of my Mexican family. I'm 4th Mexican-American generation. And they never talked about any of this spirituality stuff because it was taboo. We are Catholic, we don't believe in this stuff. But then secretly they're going to the psychic fairs.
Yes.
It's just so silly. I'm like, why can't we be out of the closet, so to speak, right? And my grandmother had this too, but I didn't speak Spanish growing up, and I don't know why, other than the fact that my mother kept dating Caucasian men who only had English children, speaking children, and I used to get into fights with them. Believe it or not, I would physically fight them because I couldn't communicate with them. And all I really wanted to do was play with them. And it was hard for me to transfer what I was feeling because I had never been around siblings. I was an only child for a very long time.
Okay.
So all of that energy kind of transferred through my journey of me staying in the closet about what I was feeling, what I was sensing, and I never talked about it. I never talked about it. And so it finally started coming out when I was pregnant. And for some reason, I was feeling all kinds of light energy around me. I don't know if it was because of my daughter and she's growing inside of me, or if it was because God is channeling energy to make me become a better channel for not only her, but for society, because I didn't know what my purpose was. And I just felt that this energy that I'm feeling and all these sounds that I'm hearing, and I'm hearing voices telling me to go here, go there. What do I do with that? So I keep asking, send me a teacher, send me a mentor. And people are coming into my life. And to be honest, I don't really speak to my family right now.
Oh, okay.
We are a little disconnected, and it's not because I don't love them. I do love you, family, I do. It's because I needed to separate from the idea of the old mentality of we are not worthy. Our God is not allowing us to have this right now. What God doesn't want you to have? Abundance. And they're also in the closet about many different things. And so it was just very hard for me as an empath for someone to speak always now about what I'm feeling, to be in the same room and not say, hey, I need to talk to you about something that happened to me when I was in my 20s, and you did this to me. They're gonna be like, oh, that was nothing, and dismiss it, right?
Right.
So, and they're just used to sweeping it under the rug. But I can't do that. I cannot do that. So what I've been doing is putting everything on social media. I allow all my family to see it. I am open to talking to them about it, and they are all coming around, asking me more. How do you do this? How did you do this? What did you do? You've been so silent for so long. Ever since my mother died. She died almost 20 years ago. That was my way out of the family, is kind of how I looked at it, unfortunately. When my grandmother died, that was again my way out, because she was the hierarchy. She was the one that called the shots. And I never understood why she was in so much pain. Why was she such an angry woman? Well, I just kind of figured it was her 10 children. One of them was my mom. I love you, Mom, she rest her soul. But again, she left this earth too soon, not talking about what was hurting her heart.
Do you guys have a chance to talk before she departure? And be open up?
You're channeling into me, I can feel you. I appreciate that comment, because I did not, and I did. I did not get to say goodbye to her. She, this was right around the time I was pregnant, and she was very, I want to say she was undiagnosed bipolar. And she would impact me so much that it would stress me out. And I didn't want that to harm my baby or transfer the energy. So I just said, can you please not call me? Can you please just give me some time to create this human being in my belly with calmness? And then she died. And my sisters called me and said, have you heard from Mom? I said, no, I haven't. I haven't heard from her in 6 months, because I asked her not to call me. And she said, well, it's unlike her, because I talk to her every day and I haven't heard from her in 3 days. So we had a wellness check, and sure enough, she had died in the shower. She slipped and fell. She was only 52. We believed that she had a heart attack in the shower and maybe slipped and fell. She was not very healthy. And I'm 52, and I don't want to die. My daughter is too young for me to leave, and my sisters still need her. So I feel very honored to be able to tap in and talk to her when I need to. Excuse me. I'm a little sensitive.
That's okay. When we have a loss, in that particular moment, where you can saying goodbye to a person that sometimes they love you in the wrong way because something is going on. Sometimes they have traumas they didn't go through and heal themselves. There are medical conditions as well. And make it hard in the family. So it's always good to leave the door open for them to communicate.
Yes. Yes.
How did it make you feel after your mother's departure?
Oh, so relieved. She was suffering so badly. Honestly, she was threatening to kill herself constantly. And I knew she was suffering. She did not like being in this world. It was very hard for her emotionally. And when she left, I was like, oh, now she can go be free. She can go do whatever she wants with the body that she wants, that can feel happy and joyful again. She can go dancing and not worry about what anybody thinks, or she can just go be free. That's kind of how I've always felt that she needed to do, and I felt relief. I felt lighthearted. And I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, my experience, but know that if you ever want to speak to someone that has passed that's dear to you, and you haven't had that opportunity, you don't really need a psychic or a medium. You just really need to talk to them in your dreams. Again, give them permission to come in, because my mom does all the time. I had to tell her it sometimes, can you just not, because I need to rest. She loves to go dancing all the time, and she's still dancing in wherever she's at. And I love that about her because she's transferred that energy to me as a dancer, and I made pretty good money off of professional dancing.
So how your mother get a connection with you? You say like through dancing. Do you see it? Do you feel it? How does she come during what time of the day or at what moment it happened?
She started dancing with me back when I was 5, and she had me on her feet, and we would salsa dance together, and she would teach me how to salsa dance. And then when I was old enough to go to the bar, she said, let's go salsa dancing. So we went to the salsa club, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. I can't do it because I'm an empath. I don't want to do partner dancing. I felt very intimidated, and I was like, oh, this person's got issues. I don't want to dance with them. But my mom was just loving it. She absolutely loved it, and I saw the joy in her face. And then after that, I hadn't really danced with her in a very, very long time. And then she did pass away, when I was probably early 30s. And every once in a while she'll come into my room when I'm sleeping, and she has just finished dancing, and she'll invite me out. And I'll tell her, Mom, maybe next time because I'm really tired. I have things I have to do tomorrow. But I dance with her in my heart, but that's really the last time I went dancing with her. I know you're talking to her right now, so I want you to tell her I want to dance with her again. Well, I'll tell her. We're telling her now.
How long your mother, this is, sorry, the mic we fall a little bit, but I'm a shaman, I'm from Peru, and I'm a psychic. So when I'm making the interview to Marizol, all those questions is coming to me. We didn't have nothing prepared,
These are real tears.
So for how long his mother is going to be there, I don't know all the rules. But when somebody departs you, they don't go to the moon, they don't go to Mars. They stay around us. For how long? That's something that I cannot explain. But right now, I can feel your mom, and she will impress you. If you feel a relative that already departure, they come to your dreams, turn on a candle for them and tell them, I love you. If something happened, you didn't have the moment to talk to them, and they departure, tell them, it's okay. They would like to communicate. Sometimes the communication when they were here, it was not the best. But that feeling that you have, it can be released. If you feel it, it's because it's around you. I would like to ask the audience, do you have a question? Yes, please.
Sometimes I have music on. My brother passed away like a year and a half ago from cancer, but sometimes it changes from a fast song to a oldie song, because that's what he used to like. And things move around. Why I have certain things there and it's not there, and I'm like, and I ended up finding it somewhere else. Is that him coming to my house and moving it?
Okay. So,
Yes. Yes. And they always want to connect with you in a way they only would be able to relate. So if it's something as a song or moving an object that belonged to them, that is most definitely them. Yeah, it's amazing. And then if you find things that are just missing that happens to be theirs and you want to find it again, or just anything that you're missing something, ask for your guides to bring it back to you. It happens to me all the time. Finally, they just said, you need to just create a little bowl for your keys, because we're tired of looking for your keys for you.
Or my glasses.
Your glasses, right? And they're on top of your head. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Somebody else would like to ask? Would like to have a question? No. All right. Oh, go ahead, please.
I don't know if this will be related to what we're talking, but my senses are awakening and I'm not able to sleep for over like a week. And I'm getting like, I'm excited what's coming to me, but at the same time, I'm very tired for not sleeping and I'm worried that I'm not being able to sleep. Why is that? Why am I not able to sleep?
You're getting downloads.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. So that happens to me too. When people say, I've been sleeping, where I've been resting my body at night, going to sleep, but I'm not actually feeling rested when I wake up. Most of the time, you're at either astral traveling, your spirit is lifting out of the body while your body is resting, and you're going to class, so to speak. You are what I call being downloaded with information that you may be needing for something that is preparing you for whatever it is that is around the corner for you. Some people chalk it up to anxiety. I look at it as excitement. And when you look at it differently with a different perspective and call it in with ease, then you'll start to sleep.
Okay.
Do a journal. I always love journaling too before I sleep, so it calms me at night. If you're stressed about something or you're anticipating something, ask your guides again, thank you for the peaceful rest, allowing me to wake up in the morning feeling fresh and ready to go. Whatever the mantra is for you, write it down the night before.
Okay. Good. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank
Yeah.
So before we end this interview, Marisol, tell us what is your next step? Where are you going to be at? And tell us how the audience can find you.
You can find me here, a little Sedona at 3:30. I'm doing a Reiki sound bath. And like I was talking about earlier, combining the two elements has just been so magical. And I really hope that people can experience the combination of the two. Now, the difference between the sound bath and Reiki is something that needs to be channeled and played at the same time, and not every sound healer is able to do that. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying that try it out, see what you think. Sorry, babe. And I'll be here at 3:30 in Long Beach. I also teach at Raw Yoga in Costa Mesa in Long Beach. I do workshops there. I also do workshops at the House of Embodiment in Newport. I also am all over the place doing private sessions and big events. You can find me on Shop for the Soul with Marizol, either every social media possible. You can find me probably next door, you never know, because I'm traveling everywhere.
Right.
I'll be here and also in Orange County and up in LA and San Diego, all over the place.
Yes. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marisol.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody, for staying here today. And thank you for all of you that have been waiting for this interview. Like, I'm sorry we had a little bit of issue with the internet this morning, but all the video from Egna and also Mary Elizabeth are going to be released in a moment. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching.